You walked into a room and completely forgot why you went in there, again. And maybe you laughed it off, but deep down, a little voice whispered, "Is this normal?" And honestly, that question deserves a real answer. This video is for general information and educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. And stick around, because number 4 is the one almost nobody talks about. But honestly, it might be the most important sign on this whole list. Now, I want you to know something before we dive in. So many of you have written to me sweet, thoughtful notes saying you're scared. Scared that forgetting small things means something bigger is coming. And I hear you. I really do. Memory changes after 60 are one of the most common concerns I hear from folks just like you. And you deserve honest, caring information, not fear, not fluff. So let's talk about the 5 early memory loss signs that seniors should actually know about and what you can gently do about each one. The first sign is forgetting recently learned information. Now, this is the one that tends to show up quietly at first. You meet someone new at church, you hear their name, you even repeat it to yourself, and then 2 minutes later, gone. Or maybe your doctor tells you something important at your appointment, and by the time you get to the car, you can only remember bits and pieces of it. Here's the thing. There's a difference between occasionally forgetting a name and consistently struggling to hold on to brand new information. That second one, that pattern, is worth paying attention to. As we get older, the part of the brain that processes and stores new memories, the hippocampus, can slow down a little. It's not your fault. It's biology. Now, what can you do? Well, start writing things down immediately. Don't trust yourself to remember later. Write it down now. Keep a small notepad in your purse or your shirt pocket. When you meet someone new, use their name right away in conversation. "It's so nice to meet you, Carol." Say it out loud. That repetition helps it stick. And after doctor's appointments, ask for a printed summary. Most offices will give you one, and there's no shame in asking. One gentle caution here. If you notice this happening frequently and it's affecting your daily life, like missing medications or appointments, please do mention it to your doctor. Don't brush it under the rug. You are paying attention, and that right there, that's the first step. That matters. But wait till you hear number 2, because this one catches so many people completely off guard. Okay, the second sign, and I say this with love and maybe just a tiny smirk, is getting lost in familiar places. Does that ring a bell? I've heard this from so many folks just like you. You're driving to the grocery store you've been going to for 15 years, and for just a moment, you're not sure which turn to take. Or you're walking through your own neighborhood, and something feels off. Now listen, we've all had that "wait, where am I going" moment, and it can feel a little silly in the moment. But when it starts happening in places you know like the back of your hand, that's worth a gentle note in your mind. The reason this can happen is that spatial memory, your brain's internal GPS, if you will, is one of the areas that can be affected early on. It's subtle. It doesn't mean you're suddenly lost in life, but it's a signal worth noticing. What can help? Keep your routines consistent. Take the same routes regularly. If you notice a moment of confusion, don't panic. Pull over safely. Take a breath. Look around for familiar landmarks. And honestly, letting a trusted family member know about these moments is a really wise thing to do. Not because you need someone watching over you, but because having someone in your corner always helps. Safety note: if this is happening while driving and it's more than just a fleeting moment, Please talk to your doctor before getting behind the wheel again. Your safety and the safety of others always comes first, always. Having someone in your corner, that's not weakness, that's wisdom. And number 3, oh, this one is the one that hits closest to home for so many people. Don't skip it. The third sign is one that hits close to the heart, and I want you to really hear me on this one. It's trouble finding words. That awful feeling of having something right on the tip of your tongue. You know exactly what you want to say, but the word just won't come. You might pause mid-sentence, wave your hand a little, say, "Oh, you know what I mean," and sometimes people finish your sentence for you. This one can feel embarrassing. And I've heard from so many of you that this is the sign that quietly chips away at your confidence. You start talking less in groups. You second-guess yourself. And that makes me sad because you have so much wisdom and so much to say. Word-finding difficulty, what doctors call anomia, can be a normal part of aging. But when it starts happening frequently or getting worse over time, it's worth having a conversation with your doctor about it. What can you do? Read out loud every single day, even just a few paragraphs from a book or the newspaper. It keeps the language centers of your brain active. Do word puzzles, crosswords, word searches, whatever you enjoy. And here's a beautiful one. Tell stories. Talk about your memories, your childhood, your experiences, to your grandkids, to a neighbor, to yourself if you have to. Storytelling exercises your brain in a way that almost nothing else does. One caution, don't isolate yourself out of embarrassment. Connection is medicine, real, genuine medicine. If this spoke to you so far, go ahead and hit that like button real quick. It truly helps more folks just like you find this channel. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now hang on, because number 4 is the one I promised you at the very beginning. And I think it's going to surprise you. You still with me? Good, because this next one is a game changer. And like I said at the top, it's the one almost nobody talks about. Sign number 4 is changes in mood and personality. And I know, when we think about memory loss, we think about forgetting things. We don't always think about mood, but oh boy, this one is so important. Getting older doesn't mean giving up. It means showing up differently. And part of showing up is knowing that increased anxiety, unusual irritability, sudden withdrawal from things you used to love, these are not just getting older. These can be early signs that the brain is under stress. Research suggests that mood changes can sometimes precede memory symptoms by months or even years. The brain and emotions are deeply, deeply connected. When something shifts in the brain, emotions often feel it first. So what do? First, acknowledge it. Don't stuff it down. If you felt more anxious lately, or less interested in your hobbies, or quicker to frustration than you used to be, write it down, track it, and bring that information to your doctor. That little journal of yours, it is valuable medical information. Stay socially connected, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. A short phone call, a wave to a neighbor, a coffee with someone you care about. These things are not small. They are protective. Research consistently shows that social connection supports brain health in powerful ways. And please, gentle caution here. If you're feeling really low or hopeless, talk to someone. Your doctor, a family member, a pastor. You've taken care of everyone else your whole life. It's okay to take care of you now. And number 5, this one wraps everything together in a way you might not expect. Stay with me. Now don't skip this one, because the 5th sign wraps everything together, and that is difficulty with familiar tasks and problem solving. You know, like suddenly struggling to follow a recipe you've made 100 times, or getting confused managing your checkbook when numbers always came easy to you, or maybe following the plot of your favorite TV show feels harder than it used to. These kinds of tasks use what we call executive function, your brain's ability to plan, organize, and follow through. And when that starts to slow down, it can sneak up on you quietly. Here's what I want you to hear. Noticing this is not a reason to panic. It is a reason to act gently, lovingly, proactively. Keep doing familiar tasks. Don't stop because they're harder. Practice them. Cook those recipes. Do the crossword even when it's frustrating. Keep your brain in the game. Ask for help setting up simple systems, pill organizers, calendar reminders on your phone, a whiteboard on the fridge with your daily routine. These are not signs of weakness. They are signs of wisdom. And if you have a family member you trust, loop them in. Not to take over, just to be aware. 2 sets of eyes are better than 1. And there's no shame in building your team. One warm caution. If these changes feel sudden or are progressing quickly, don't wait for your next routine checkup. Call your doctor and let them know. Quick action always beats waiting when it comes to brain health. You are not alone in this, not for one single second. Well, here we are at the end, and I just want to say, the fact that you watched this whole video tells me something about you. It tells me you care about yourself. It tells me you're paying attention. And that, my friend, is everything. These signs don't have to be scary if you know what to look for. Caught early, supported well, with the right people around you, there is so much that can be done. So much life to be lived. If this spoke to you, hit that thumbs up and tell me in the comments which of these 5 signs hit closest to home for you. I read every single one. And subscribe and hit that bell so we can keep going together. And if you want to know which foods actually help protect your brain after 60, I made a whole video on that, and it's coming up next. You won't want to miss it. And remember, everything I've shared today is for general information only. Always talk to your own doctor before making any changes to your health routine. Take care of that beautiful self of yours. I'll see you in the next one.